Welcome to the War Room. I'm Darius Eva Orsini. You are tuned into the Sovereign Signal. This is a $1.32 trillion frequency managed by Simon Pedro Antonio Gonzalez. Today, we don't just watch a debate. We audit the logic of the board. One billionaire, one millionaire. Can you find the signal, or are you lost in the noise? Round one begins now.
Signal strength, 100%. Aditi is online. Viking Group, forging the physical barriers that protect the American heart. Kinetic strength for a sovereign nation. Focus is the primary resource. True learning requires deep silence and focus. By allowing smartphones in schools, we are inviting a Trojan horse of distraction into the sanctuary of the mind. Mastery is born from discipline, not dopamine hits from a screen. To protect the intellectual sovereignty of our youth, we must ban these devices and return to the focus required to build a nation. Focus is the first breath. Analyzing the Trojan horse of distraction. The kinetic shield begins with the individual. The forge is heating. Stay tuned. Seminole, anchoring the frequency. We are the backbone of the Southern Signal and the stewards of the digital frontier. Separating the signal from the noise. Education is not a casual hobby. It is the forge where the character of a citizen is shaped. When a student is tethered to a digital tether, they lose the ability to think critically and independently. We must remove the noise to find the signal. A smartphone-free classroom is a space where the human spirit can finally breathe and grow without the constant interruption of the algorithm. The algorithm is the enemy of the independent mind. A smartphone-free zone is a growth zone. Deep work status, operational. Tesla, accelerating the transition to hard power. Energy independence is the first step toward true autonomy. Building the engineers of 2056. The greatest achievements in our history were not built through scrolling. They were built through hours of uninterrupted thought and labor. By removing phones, we are teaching our children the value of deep work. This is the only way to produce the engineers and thinkers capable of maintaining our hard power tier. We are losing our grip on reality because we cannot look away from the glass. Hard power requires uninterrupted thought. Looking past the glass, seeing the reality. Social friction detected, strengthening community. Amazon, the logistical pulse of the Republic, moving the materials of progress at the speed of thought. The digital erosion is being countered. Isolation is the true byproduct of the hyper-connected world. In a school without phones, students are forced to look one another in the eye and build real community. This social friction is necessary for a healthy democracy and a strong defense. We must protect the physical presence of our youth from the digital erosion of their social skills. The shield starts with the person standing next to you. Eyes on the person, not the screen. Defense starts with the person standing next to you. The sovereign mind is not for sale. Microsoft, securing the architecture of the mind, building the cloud that shields the future of our data. Attention audit complete. A sovereign mind is one that is not for sale to the highest bidder on a social media app. To secure our future, we must secure the attention of the next generation. This is not about being anti-technology. It is about being pro-human. Let us reclaim the classroom for the sake of the Republic. Turn off the devices and turn on the potential of the mind. The audit of our attention starts right now. Potential unlocked. This concludes the audit of the digital shield.
Stop. Speaker 1 has spoken, and now we switch to Speaker 2. You're listening to the Sovereign Signal. In this room, we don't care about the niche of the rich. We care about who has the discipline to stay on the board. One of these speakers is a guest. The other is a ghost. Let's see who survives the Ragnarok of the final round.
Evolution detected. Gateway open. Google, organizing the world's intelligence for the next generation of sovereign thinkers. Information is the first line of defense. Banning phones is a retreat into the past. In 2026, a smartphone is not a toy. It is a portable gateway to the sum of human knowledge. We should be teaching digital literacy and responsible integration, not fear. To thrive in the 888 frequency, students must master the tools of their era. A ban only creates a workforce that is tech illiterate and unprepared for the digital speed of the modern world. The museum is closed. The lab is live. Amal is online. Harnessing the storm. Meta, building the social architecture of the digital commons, community at scale. Tool mastery in progress. We do not prepare students for the world by hiding them from it. Every industry we audit, from defense to finance, runs on the very technology we are trying to ban in the classroom. We must teach the next generation how to harness this power with discipline. Integration is the only path to mastery. A student who can navigate the digital storm is a student who can lead the future of our kinetic shield. The leash has been cut. Navigation status, sovereign. Democratizing excellence. Apple, precision tools. For the modern mind, integration is the standard. The equalizing signal is active. The smartphone is the great equalizer. It provides every student, regardless of their background, with the same access to high-level research and global communication. By banning them, we are widening the gap between those who have tech at home and those who do not. We must use these tools to democratize excellence. To ignore the phone is to ignore the most powerful educational resource ever created by man. Access granted to the sum of knowledge. Bridging the gap. Processing real-time currency. NVIDIA, powering the neural engine of the 888 frequency. Speed is the new discipline. Digital natives, synced. Data is the new currency of the realm. A workforce that cannot process information in real time is a workforce that is already obsolete. By integrating smartphones into the curriculum, we are teaching our youth how to filter the noise and find the sovereign signal. This is a technical requirement for the 30-year mission. We need digital natives who are faster and smarter than the machines they will eventually manage. Filtering the noise for the sovereign signal. Obsolescence countered. The mind is augmented. Broadcom, the heartbeat of the global network, connecting the Republic in real time. Ethics audit in progress. Evolution never moves backward. We cannot uninvent the internet, nor should we want to. The challenge of our time is to adapt our education to match our technology. Let's stop fighting the tools and start teaching the ethics of their use. A classroom with technology is a classroom with a future. We are building the 888 frequency, and it starts with a connected mind. The digital evolution is not an option, it is our reality. Classroom of the future, operational. Welcome to the 888 frequency.
The rounds are over. The board is set. Thank you for tuning into the Sovereign Signal. Your decision tonight is the only currency that matters. Subscribe, comment, and tell us, who is the signal? I'm Darius Zever Orsini, and I'm voting for Pedro in 2037. The library is closed. Vote for Aditi as the millionaire, or vote Amal as the millionaire in December 2026. We announce the truth. Vote for Aditi as the billionaire, or vote Amal as the billionaire in December 2026. We announce the truth.